want to thank the Heavenly Father, most important, for allowing me to be here with you all today, and my parents for watching over my little boy. I also would like to thank the Rio Soroptimist Club that invited me to come to experience this just awesome experience with you all. And I do appreciate your encouragement and support. I was a domestic violence survivor. I'm sorry, I'm nervous.
It's okay. It's okay. Breathe. Just us girls. You're on the cell phone
That doesn't help.
That works. Thank you. I was in a domestic violence relationship for 5 years. It began in 2004 when I moved to New York and then West Virginia with my son's father. I was physically, emotionally, and spiritually beaten. I was isolated from friends and family from the outside world. I won't go into the detail of the abuse, but eventually my son's father stepped on my pelvis, dislocating it, so I had to attend physical therapy. And I wasn't able to hold my son for a period of several months, which I was heartbroken. I lost 3 children, including 1 stillbirth, 2 miscarriages. The emotional and the physical abuse and denial of medical attention contributed to these losses. My firstborn is my miracle and my reason for living and escaping abuse. Shamar is now 5 years old. He is one of my reasons for living and my strength to move forward. I wanted to show him that the life that we was living was not a normal life, and that we deserve better to be loved and respected. And I, especially as a young male, I wanted him to know that he needed to treat others better than what he was seeing from his father. January 12th, 2009. Thank you. And 3 days before my 33rd birthday, I finally heard myself say, "Lord, I finally get it." My son's father was punching me repeatedly in front of our son, and I saw how scared he was. I strongly believed his father at that particular moment when he said he was going to kill me. The blessing was he calmed down, and he didn't. And I survived with great rehabilitation in the next several months. I reached out to my dear friend, Miss Anna, who saw what was going on and begged me to get help. My family and social services was called, and they brought law enforcement, medical techs, and wonderful angels from Hope Inc., which is a domestic violence agency that I happen to be working with. They physically removed my son and I out of the house. My son's father was arrested immediately. He was eventually sentenced to 1 to 5 years in prison. He'll be up for parole in July of this year. My brother and my father brought my son and I from West Virginia back to California. I went through some very dark and depressed times, but my 3.5-year-old son at the time came up and gave me a big hug and said, "Mommy, I'm not going to let Daddy hurt you anymore." And that's when I knew I had to get my act together to support us both. We currently live with my parents, and with their help, I've been able to go back to school. I'm currently taking photography and photojournalism, and I'm working with the school newspaper. My lens has been my tool to help heal my wounds. I started taking photographs of my son to document his existence, since I was not allowed to take any pictures while I was in my relationship with his father. For the first time, after escaping, I felt this freedom through my lens. I saw the beauty in everything. I wasn't being controlled anymore. I was controlling something else, and that meant I was taking control of my life. Instantly, I fell in love with this idea because it was foreign to me. I have self-published 2 photography books titled My Journey and Standing Tall while in school. Standing Tall is dedicated to Miss Anna. Her Native American name is Woman Standing Tall. She told me often, "Mom, you need to grow up here and leave that man before he hurts you." She was a domestic violence survivor also. Her words of encouragement motivated me to fight, to live, and to rebuild my life. I share my story today to be a voice and an advocate for other domestic violence victims. I was ready to give up. Then I decided everything that my son's father, including public speaking, said that I could not do, I was going to do. And I want other people to experience that and to know that there is that they could get help if they wanted to. There's help out there, and I'm very thankful to the Soroptimist for sharing in my vision. My book, Standing Tall, was created so that a woman survivor could hold a tangible piece of inspiration in the palm of her hands, especially while she was going through her process of escaping. To be inspired by looking at another survivor who is no longer in an abusive relationship and is doing something that makes him or her happy. So again, I want to thank the Heavenly Father and all of you here for helping me to share my story, and definitely for the award, because I too was going through some not so great times, and the award was right on time. And so you all are my blessing, and especially to the Rios Cartoonist chapter. I'm just very thankful to you guys, and I love you so much. Thank you.